Alright YouTube, March 22nd, 2025, Hood County, Texas, Granbury. This is going to be hive number 6. The only one I didn't have the super on. So here we go. I'm going to try to rig this so y'all can see it halfway decent. Can't promise anything really. I think I can see decent there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This is the first time I'm checking this hive since winter. And they've got the board sealed really well. They're eating sugar galore. Trying to. The sugar also, I'd note, is kind of hard. It's actually pretty hard. And it has a small hive beetle in the sugar. And it looks like they are packed in here, just from quick look. And so far I'm making another hive mad at me. Once again, I'm not using smoke, because A, I didn't want to today, and B, it's an experiment. I'm experimenting at times, and maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, but it is what it is now. Let's start on this side. I can get this frame out. I think I can. There we go. Not doing much. You can see they're starting to build on this one. So that's good to see. That they're at least starting to. Once again, not much on this one either. Well, this has been a very strange hive, to be honest, because it didn't grow like any of the others. There's a lot of wonky comb on this one. And this one has been kind of the oddball, one of the oddballs. I honestly did not think this hive was going to make winter, but apparently it proved me wrong. They definitely got wonky comb going here. I don't know what they're doing. I'm half tempted to take half this comb and replace it with a different one. I'm probably going to do that next time. There. Got brood, very good brood pattern so far. Tons of eggs in there. Yeah, tons of eggs, larvae growing everywhere. Got some drone brood growing in here. Lots of brood over here also. They're doing excellent on that. The queen's a pretty good queen, evidently. Bees just don't like to cooperate with how they're drawing comb. Some would say that's probably my fault, how I set it up. It's what it is. Lots of drones, lots of brood. So it's very interesting. Very interesting so far. Lots of drone brood right there, you can tell. They kind of going up and around. Lots of good brood there too. And then they're just starting to draw that one out a little bit, not a lot. So it's definitely a very strange hive compared to all the others. All the others decided to go for their comb and draw it out and make it look nice. I didn't do anything different with this hive, and it just doesn't want to. They're starting to slowly finally build out some, but until they build that out, I'm not giving them another box. I may start replacing some of these frames long term. The next time I get in these hives, I'll make a note to start replacing some of these frames. I'm still building 1,000,000 frames out of the last 1,000,000 boxes I bought. So there's that. But that'll get done soon enough. Hopefully, Lord willing. But yeah, this hive is definitely still strong. Lots of brood there on the top. So that's a good sign. So, oh wow, look at that down there. They're just going crazy on there. On my legs. Get off my legs. They must see the fleshiness of my skin underneath the suit and saying that's a good target. Hopefully that doesn't happen. And I got this hive really stuck together. There we go. There we go. Now here's the bottom box. This is where I expect the queen and stuff to be. Even though there was lots of brood up top too. So you never know, it could be either way. And once again, the bottom has wonky comb. And barely drawn out in some places. So yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with this hive and get them on the right track. I think that's probably the slowdown for this hive at this point, is the wonky comb, and they keep messing up where to lay and stuff. Apparently they have issues sizing their comb and all that, maybe, I don't know. Bringing in pollen. And more pollen, looks like. Lots of brood on this frame right there. Lots of brood right there. Lots of brood there. You can see some of them have pollen on them too. They're bringing in already. So that's good. Lots of brood, more brood, tons of brood here, so that's good. Hive is healthy. It's actually the least amount of hive beetles I've seen. I think I've only seen one so far, small hive beetle in this one. Got some drone brood in here, up at the top of that frame. Lots of regular brood, so that's good. Looks like honey stores a bit here. Trying to, at least. Hard to tell on that side. Some of this darker comb, older comb I got from when it was a nuke. A little hard to see. So, this one they're doing well. I would not say I'm going to get rid of the sugar on this one. I think I'm going to let them have it. So that way when I come and swap over, swap some of these frames out and get rid of some of this comb and trash it, they'll still have some stuff to build back all their wax foundation quickly, wax comb I should say, and it doesn't affect them as much. So this one I will leave the sugar on just to help maybe boost them up a little bit, but there's no guarantee it'll be perfect to help them, but we'll see. I was thinking about adding water to it, but it seems they're doing fine without it. So I'm going to just let them roll. So just so you can kind of see what's going on here. These were all over my legs earlier, all in here. I looked down and they're all over the place. I recentered the frames, and you can see this one. They're pretty packed still, but I'm gonna give them another couple weeks, then I'll decide what I'm gonna do the rest of the way. But so far, no change on this one, even though they are packed. That's a really good sign. That's a really good sign. And I'm also planning on changing up these pallets and stuff when I split hives. I plan on doing a lot of stuff at the beginning of this year, once I get queens going and stuff. So, actually, sorry, no, this does not go yet. I gotta have this first. You quit and get over there. Let me close it, jerk. Yeah, some of these are trying to keep their way in or out. And I left the inner, so in that way bees, if they try to come in, they don't have direct access to the sugar. They can't rob them as easy. But that's hive number 6. Thanks for watching.